My name is Amanda Kaufman.
And I'm Chris Lavelle.
And you are watching our weekly show, The Crush Method.
Yay!
And we're so excited that you're going to join us again this week. I hope you're having an awesome week so far. So, we've got a few episodes coming up that I think you're going to get pretty excited about. We're talking all about...
Tribe!
Oh,
I love the tribe. I love the tribe.
Yes. So, what is it that we really mean by tribe?
For me, I think tribe, those are the people that authentically love you for who you are.
Yeah.
And you love them for who they are. That's tribe for me. When you find those people that you can love that way and they love you that way and they want you the way you are and you want them the way they are, that's your tribe.
That's your tribe.
There's a lot of different tribes.
I think that's so true. And I think to me, tribe has a lot to do with affinity, right? Like how much in common we have with each other and how we might be similarly motivated, or we might have similar goals, or we just might have similar life circumstances. Because like you said, sometimes we can belong to more than one tribe. And, so when we're talking about tribe, we're talking about a circle of people that you tend to connect with and hang with. And maybe those people tend to connect and hang with each other, and that makes it a community, right?
Oh, there you go. That's fair. I like that.
So that's what we mean by tribe. So why even talk about it, right? The Crush Method is all about helping coaches and experts build their expert-based businesses and their coaching-based businesses. And so tribe is huge. Absolutely huge.
Oh, yeah. It's a big part of that. And you have to find your tribe as it relates to what you're going to do as a coach. That's really how we're referring to tribe in this context. You had to find your tribe, for example, when you first started almost 2 years ago.
Building a coaching business is no joke. There's a lot of rejection. There's a lot of conversations that don't turn out the way that you maybe hoped. There's a lot of kind of experimenting and trying things to try and figure out what works and what doesn't work. And,
That's true.
I think especially for coaches, we tend to be very heart-centered. And for that reason, we can sometimes be a little extra emotional sometimes.
Are you saying we're emotive as a group?
A little emotive as a group.
Well, and a tribe can give you a bit of a safe place to explore that a little bit and find out what does and doesn't work for you as it relates to your coaching business.
Yeah.
Get some feedback from people that are like-minded. Again, this is a tribe of people trying to accomplish the same kind of thing, whatever that affinity area is that Amanda was talking about, so they can give you some feedback around that area.
And I think that we've been talking a lot about tribe and how it supports you, the individual. I think it's also really important as a coach to know that tribe is something that you want to cultivate as well. It's your audience. It's the people that join you in your group coaching. It's your clients. It's everybody that you are kind of pulling into your field, into your circle. And they're going to tend to connect with each other as well. So it's not just about you finding tribe for your benefit. It's understanding that creating tribe, delivering tribe is hugely valuable. I look at what successful coaches do versus the struggle bus coach, and the successful coaches are excellent at building tribe.
Oh yeah, they put a lot of time and effort into it, a lot of focus in it. It's a very dedicated focus of what they do most because it establishes a foundation they can build on. And honestly, I think where I thought you might have been going with that is that tribe becomes a little bit self-supporting to an amount as well. So it's not just how the tribe supports you as the individual creating the tribe, but it's also how they can begin to support each other and even take a little bit of the burden off of you because it becomes somewhat self-supporting and self-growing in that regard. So it reinforces your values that you base the tribe on. In fact, that's one of the things we wanted to talk about is what's the value of tribe as opposed to maybe values, and we can talk a little bit about both of those. But absolutely, as you grow that tribe, it really begins to self-support and takes a little bit of the effort off of you while still reinforcing what you're doing as the coach and leader of your tribe.
Yeah, and I would even go so far as to say that really excellent coaches understand the value of social support systems. So the ability to build that tribe that's a sustainable tribe, that's a tribe that gets together now and again, that kind of stays together and hangs together. Because isn't it annoying when you go to meet up with a group of people and it's like, oh my gosh, we're totally going to do this. And then after like 3 weeks, the whole thing fizzles. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah, it happens. It happens.
Totally happens. And that's what typically happens with a lot of small groups. So, one of the skill sets as a coach and a leader and an expert is really like, how do you cultivate tribe? Because the thing is that the perceived value of what you're delivering in your business is going to be very intertwined with your ability to do what I'm talking about cultivating tribe. Because if people kind of come in and then they leave and then they come in and then they kind of leave and it's like this revolving door and there's not really a support system and there's not really any kind of cohesion.
You don't get a core group that way if people are constantly coming in and out. It's always new people.
Right. And then the results actually suffer for them.
Yep.
So tribe is hugely valuable. And, obviously being an entrepreneur, it's not a picnic sometimes. Sometimes it's pretty hard. And when you have that community of people that are doing something similar to you or kind of facing the same struggle bus, then, it's...
You don't feel so alone.
You don't feel so alone even when it gets hard. And it will get hard, even when it's easy for a while. There's always dips. There's ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's that tribe that can kind of keep you on an even keel when things kind of dip.
Well, absolutely. Well, everybody's going to, as Amanda just said, everybody's going to cycle through their challenges. But chances are not everybody will be in the challenge at the same time. So there's always somebody in that tribe then that's past that challenge and that you can draw a little from. Or you're past the challenge and you can offer a little to them. And then it becomes that mutually supporting process. And that's honestly, I don't know if we made this clear yet, the entire month we're now talking about tribe. And so today we're talking about what is a tribe, what's the value of a tribe, how do you find a tribe. That's what we're focusing on today's discussion. But we'll also talk about some of the areas Amanda was talking about later as well in the month, where we're talking about how do you grow a tribe. She alluded to that a minute ago. How do you maintain it over time, that kind of thing. So we'll touch on some other topics.
You read my mind. I was exactly going to say that.
It's like we scripted it.
It's like we planned ahead. But yeah, I mean, we are in future episodes going to talk about building your own tribe. But before we talk about building your own tribe, it's probably a good idea to make sure that you know how to find tribes for you to belong to. So not ones that you are necessarily leading and growing, but rather just making sure you are supported first. Because isn't it true you got to put your own mask on first before helping others with their masks?
Absolutely.
We spend a lot of time on airplanes. We've got that message down.
Own mask first.
Yes, own mask first. So
how do you find a tribe?
Oh, you beat me to the punch.
Yeah,
okay, awesome. Well, I think that the very first place that I would go if I was starting all over again would be to just check out my local networking.
Okay.
Because if I was starting all over again, I probably wouldn't have a whole lot of money, or I wouldn't think I would want to spend a lot of money in the beginning because I'm kind of testing things out, right? Mm-hmm. So if I was testing things out, I would go to www.meetup.com.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
And I go check out what kind of meetup groups there were in things that are interesting to me. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I would probably go to Facebook events online, and I'd also probably check out Eventbrite.com.
Eventbrite, that's the other one. Well, you said one thing in there in particular that I really wanted to draw attention to, and that's finding things or topics or groups that you're interested in. If you're just looking, I need to find warm bodies because I got to meet people and network and I got to get names and I got to get email addresses, that's not what we're talking about with Tribe. That's networking. That's a different thing entirely. What we're talking about with Tribe is finding people, as we said at the beginning, where you have some common interests. The key word being interest.
Yes.
If you're not interested in what that particular group on Meetup or Eventbrite or otherwise is all about, then it's not one you should go spend your time in. Instead, go find one that has something that really engages you, that's going to help you really put out your authentic self so you can find the people that really resonate with you authentically. That's how you find your tribe, the interest that's really you.
That's so good, because I think one of the things that I've found my very best tribe around was when I went to events where I was learning something. Mm-hmm. And I was learning something pertinent to my journey, right? So entrepreneurial workshops, digital marketing workshops, how to be a really amazing coach workshops,
Yep.
and not just workshops, right? I did courses and seminars and things like that.
Absolutely.
And that could be another really great place to find like-minded people. And then, of course, you mentioned the difference between kind of raw networking and looking for the tribe.
Yep.
The thing is, they look really similar because you still have to network when you're finding that tribe. You still got to connect.
You got to get to
people.
know people, yeah.
Yeah, I see that sometimes. Like, I've even been, we are part of a fairly high-end mastermind in terms of how much it costs us to be in it. But I've noticed like a real difference between people who get a lot out of that mastermind experience and people that maybe are less satisfied is sometimes they're just, they're not approaching it as a networking opportunity. And I think...
Or that's all they're approaching it at is strictly networking.
Oh, strictly networking to find like customers, and that doesn't work either.
Or business partners, per se.
Exactly. When you're looking for fellow tribesmen, you're looking for people that's like, oh, well, would I have a call with you just to talk?
Yeah. Do I like spending time with you legitimately?
Exactly.
And we talk about things that interest both of us mutually. In fact, that most recent mastermind we went to in Miami, I went with the express goal of finding my tribe within the mastermind.
How'd that go for us?
That was such a game changer for me. I've been in this mastermind for a solid year and a half. It joined at the same time Amanda had, almost a year and a half. And I hadn't been able to attend any yet for a variety of reasons. But this was my first one to attend in person. And I went with the express goal of I was going to leave with some members of my personal tribe. Didn't know what it was going to be called, but I was going to find the people that really liked me and that I really liked and wanted to spend time with. And it was so funny. Once I got clarity on the way there of that's my goal for this one, literally within a matter of like a couple of hours of getting there, we found Anthony Kirby.
Yeah.
It's like a brother from another mother for me, for both of us, actually.
They shared tacos. It was really romantic.
Yeah, it was a little borderline creepy, but yeah, we shared tacos. Nothing makes a friend like sharing tacos, I gotta say. But once I had clarity on why I was there at that networking mastermind was to find my tribe, it made it so easy. Because then also, there were going to be people there that I didn't resonate with. And when I say resonate, those are people that just for whatever reason, we don't seem to have a common interest, our personalities don't match, whatever.
It doesn't click.
Yeah, it's perfectly okay. And you get that in networking, but you also get that when you're looking for your tribe. And that's okay to recognize. It just means they may not be part of your tribe or not that type of tribe that you were looking for.
So super helpful. So intention is everything. And connection is everything. And just, finding that high resonance is everything when it comes to finding your tribe. Oh, yeah. So definitely stay tuned for next week because we're going to be sharing with you some ideas on how you can start your own tribe. So definitely stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for spending some time with us today. We'll talk to you again real soon.
All best. Mwah.
Hey there! Thanks for tuning into this week's The Crush Method video blog. I'm Amanda Kaufman.
And I'm Chris Lavelle. We loved having you here.
Be sure to subscribe to receive more goodies in your inbox every week and share with others you know who are eager to learn more about building their coaching and expert business.
And don't forget to leave a comment below to share your own experiences to inspire and lift others on this journey.
And check out our podcast on iTunes called The Crush Method Show so we can join you on your commutes and workouts.